She's got the option to first kiss on her first wheel as well. They could try throw a baby in a bush. Hey, my little peacheroonies, welcome back to another episode of our Disney Princess Challenge Gen 4 on Aurora. And look at this beautiful, beautiful scene because we have moved in with our little Feralerinos that all just kind of stood chilling outside in the cold, not really sure why, but it's even snowing, literally. So beautiful, so atmospheric. I would like to adult now, okay. I feel like I'm old enough now and I should be able to go anywhere I want and do whatever I want. Can you treat me like an adult, please? Okay, that's actually perfect because in the last episode, that is exactly what Aurora did. She was like, I don't want this anymore. I don't want to be living with all these babies. I don't want to be like treated like I'm never allowed to leave the house. I hate this. I just want to be an adult. So she actually made a wish in a wishing well and 3 fairies came and gave her that wish. So these are the little Feralerinos and here is their beautiful new little fairy house. I always forget that the water in The Sims is kind of quite pretty looking, isn't it? In the daytime it looks better, but I like the little vibes and glow it's got about it. Very cute. I like that there's like water, little flowers at the bottom of this river as well. I love this build so much. I linked, or I shared the gallery like listing and stuff in the last episode if you want to get this too. It actually has like a tree in the house as well, which runs upstairs into little Cinderella's bed. Not Cinderella. Wow, Claire. It's been a while since we've been on Cinderella. Little Aurora's bed right here, and it's 10 p.m. now, so I'm gonna send everybody to sleep. Wait, that's not your bed, Merryweather. You're meant to be in the blue bed, which is this one. So Fauna, you need to go into this bed, please. Also, Flora, what's going on with the hair? And by that, I mean, where's it gone? I don't know. Please go into your correct beds. Okay, everybody is in their little respective beds. So we also went ahead and met ourselves in the last episode. Prince Philip, some of you, oh wow, he's literally right here. It's fine because some of you guys will like lose the heart, which I wanted to introduce him with the heart. I'm now more than happy to get rid of the heart. I don't really know what he's doing right outside of our house though. He's also lost one of his feet, probably because he's got a height slider mod on him. He's so handsome. How is he this handsome? I don't even know. Oh wow, we'll have to keep him in that one outfit, I'm afraid. I was also kind of thinking some of these other outfits look a little bit more princely. I might switch him out to this because it feels all very prince vibes to me. The other one's a little bit more piratey. I know it's not his one from the game, but we from the game from the movie, but we've already matched that as close as possible for his intro scene. Now I say we switch to something a little bit more princely. But for now, she's just having herself a little sleep in a new home, probably feeling very like oh wow, everything has just changed massively. What's going on here? No, we hate that outfit. Okay, you've come over because you're flirty. Please stay outside. You're very flirty, man. We've not even had our first kiss with Prince Philip yet. We are currently just lovebirds, but we don't really know much about him. Although that does seem to be a bit of a theme with Disney princesses. They kind of just meet their true love and like pow, straight away they're together. I would like to get to know Prince Philip a little bit more. He, of course, now that we are not at the castle anymore, he never actually met us at the castle. He assumes that we are a peasant girl, just a peasant girl from a village. He does not know about our royal background, which is exactly how Prince Philip was in the movie. You guys have told me, however, that he was actually originally betrothed to Princess Aurora since they were children. They didn't see each other since because obviously Aurora got sent away to protect her. But then when they meet as adults, they like fall in love all over again. So it's actually a lot cuter, and it means also that he's not like ditching another princess for Aurora because it was actually Princess Aurora all along. But right now he's falling in love with peasant Aurora. So I'm gonna get Merryweather here with her cute little wings to go ahead and start trying to make a nice breakfast for everybody. I'm not sure just how nice it's gonna be, seeing as how she has just acquired the cooking skill. Great. And since Aurora has spent so much of her life all locked up, I feel like she's gonna be kind of excited to just sort of go outside, have a bit of fun, explore a little bit of the world. So she's out learning lots of new skills, whether it's doing a little bit of gardening with Fauna, who I definitely feel like, you know, she's even called Fauna, is probably going to be pretty handy in the garden. And Aurora, of course, although was allowed in the castle grounds, she definitely wouldn't have been able to get her hands dirty and do the gardening on her own. They would have had gardeners, they would have had staff to do that. So this is probably the first time she's even had like compost underneath her fingernails. So definitely a new experience for her today. Or whether it's learning the art of just relaxing, going out and having a swim in just like wild waters, not even in like a clean pool, just vibing, having a little swim round in the creek, the little river stream thing that kind of runs around the house with Merryweather, who I feel like would be pretty good at doing kind of like fun, cheeky outdoor activities as well. Look at this. I've never seen our princess looked quite so relaxed. She even puts Kai to shame a little bit there with that chill face. house, or whether it's just hanging out, watching I always feel like the Red Witch is like in Sleeping Beauty is like the main witch. She's like the smart one. I think it's Flora. So she's just watching Flora do a little bit of her magic, because of course they are all fairies. And as much as it's cool being a princess, I think it's a little bit cooler being a fairy. So she's just vibing, watching Flora do her magical spells. But despite the fact that, you know, she's got all these fairy distractions around her, I feel like one, she'll probably be thinking a lot about her family. She's never done anything as rebellious as run away before, let's face it. Although she was starting to get to the point where she was answering back to her dad and not really enjoying being locked inside the castle walls. So a rebellion was definitely going to happen at some point. But also in the last episode, you know, meeting Prince Philip, I feel like he will definitely be playing on her mind quite a lot as well. It was a very beautiful romantic encounter. However, you know, she's not really had much experience talking to boyos, let's face it. Like, she's never even been allowed to really have friends. It's actually part of the challenge that she can't have friends or socialize with other people. So I kind of feel like she's probably feeling quite nervous about the prospect of ever meeting him again, despite the fact that they are little lovebirds. So I don't know, maybe her new fairy godmothers have a plan to give her a nice little meeting with Prince Philip, especially since they probably want to meet somewhere that's, you know, somewhere where prying eyes can't spot them, somewhere where the royal guards, who will definitely be out looking for Aurora, can never find her. In fact, that's probably one of them marching around searching for her right there. So they know a little magical location that they can teleport these two to, so we can have another little beautiful moment between Prince Philip and between Aurora as well. But before we do, I'm just gonna let Aurora just enjoy her newfound freedom. She's allowed to go anywhere now. There's no castle walls when it comes to her little cottage. As long as she stays out of view of the royal guards, she can kind of go wherever she wants, just sort of like go frolic amongst the little flowers and out into the real world. Breathe in some fresh air that hasn't been filtered through the castle's filtration system, and just sort of enjoy vibing out. Have a little dig in the mud over here. You could even have yourself a little fish if you want. That's totally fine. Bring some little bluebells back for Fauna to say thank you for her teaching you the basics of gardening, and just enjoy the simple things of life. Simple things that anyone is allowed to go out and have a go at and do, even if it's just walking around, that she wasn't able to do for the first chunk of her life, because of course her family were just way too protective of her. Look how happy and wild and free she looks. Her little purple eyes just be looking absolutely beautiful and happy right now. I feel like she's looking into my soul. Sometimes my Sims too look as though they're doing that, and she's doing it right now, but it's a happy look, so we'll forgive her. Oh, and she's getting messages from Tiana. Wonder if I want to go to her house and hang out. No, we just run away from home, Bob. It's really hard because obviously she still loves her parents a lot. They just need to like learn to be more chill with her and like let her experience and do stuff on her own, you know? I've even got her to walk down to the little country lane, which could be a little bit dangerous because, you know, we could end up getting seen here. But I thought she would want to watch her first little sunset from the little bridge, because, I mean, she's seen sunsets before, but she just looked out over all the water before. Whereas now she actually sees other people, other folks, sheps. There's sheps everywhere as well. And it's just a very different vibe. However, one thing you don't know is that the world can also be a dangerous place at night as well. So I think it's best you head home. She knows. She knows. I also have all the witches kind of focus on a different magical things. So I've got Merryweather focusing on mischief magic, because Merryweather in the movie is kind of like the cheeky one. So she is focusing on mischief magic. And then you've got Flora, who is kind of, I feel like a little bit more like sensible. So I've got her focusing on practical magic. And then we've got the boss one, who is of course Flora, who I've got focusing on untamed magic, because I kind of feel like she's the strongest one as well. And I think one other thing that she's never really had, which is so important, is just had like a nice group of like friends to sit and chat with, to like talk about stuff, share your problems, share your interests, and just kind of like, I don't know, have a nice group of girly whirlies around you that want your best, like what's best for you. Oh wow, look how awkward she is. You can tell she's not really used to like friends, which is so sad. But these girlies are all lovely. They just want to look after her and give her the best in life. They are, of course, magical fairies, so they can probably see into the future and know what they have to do. And I'm just trying to give Cinderella the kind of worldly experience and happiness that she's going to need for her challenge. However, do not worry. I have not forgotten about Philip, because I'm going to send everyone to bed now, 11 p.m. I always send everyone to bed so late, but I'm going to send them all to bed. And then tomorrow we're going to go ahead and magic up our ourselves a little opportunity to meet Prince Philip. It's so funny seeing them walk around with their little wings. I wonder what happens to their wings when they sleep. Or they just kind of like bend around them, which makes me feel so uncomfortable because their wings are almost like dragonfly kind of wings, aren't they? Which makes me think they're getting all crushed, but I mean, they wake up happy enough, and obviously it's not something that Aurora needs to worry about because she does not have wings, so don't even worry about that. So technically they're all teenagers, so every day it's like school starts in about an hour, and I was like, no it doesn't, because we're not doing school, okay? She doesn't even get to go to school. There's no chance of escape from the palace, unless of course 3 fairies go ahead and grab you. So they are like, we know a magical place today where the royal guards won't be able to find you, so let's go ahead and get our little magical transportale on the way, and we'll show you a pretty magical spot. Okay, so our little fairy friends have gone ahead and brought Aurora to actually a place that she probably doesn't even know her parents did manage to discover as well, but it is my little magical area. I feel like it's a good little place for a fairy to just kind of like know that no King's Guards would be able to reach. It's pretty secret. They've also gone ahead and brought along Prince Philip, but of course they can't let him know that they're fairies, nor can they let him know that this is the magical fairy realm. I mean, I literally think in this realm there are like fairies floating around, like, because these things giggle, which to me says fairies. Like, I'm pretty sure you can see them at some points if you zoom in. So this is like a magical fairy realm. They're like, oh, we brought Prince Philip here, but obviously we had to do it in a quite stealthy way, so don't worry, he'll defrost just fine. And we thought you guys could spend a little bit of time together here, and no one from the kingdom will ever know. Your parents will never find out, in particular your dad will never find out, so we'll just like vibe here. You guys have a little bit of time together. We are your 3 fairy godmothers. We're here to make your life amazing. Oh wow, I was like, what is she doing right there? She looks like she was about to do a dolphin. So enjoy your time here. We will just like, I don't know, let's collect butterflies and stuff. We'll stay out your way, don't you even worry, okay? So we'll just go transport our little butts over here. She's having a little read of her book, also being really, really small. She's like, also, don't worry, we've all got a spell in us, so he won't be able to see us, okay? And she's like, okay, great. I get to hang out with an actual icicle. I don't think I've seen a sim frozen since, was it Sammy B? Sammy B was frozen for quite a long time. Oh, she's singing to him. Oh my gosh, she just did that all on her own. Oh, that's so cute. She's, oh, a fairy. Did you see? A fairy was in the background then. She's singing to try and break him from his little frozen. It's not really a curse because they didn't do it to be mean. She's full on singing like a Disney princess. Oh my gosh, please give us some space. Give us some space. Fish, okay? You 3 can just like fish and vibe and give us some space, okay? Did you see it? That is a fairy. Oh, I keep just missing it. I'll pause it at just the right time and then you'll be able to see. Literally, there are fairies in The Sims. They're just kind of lame and you can't do much with them. Look, there you go. A fairy, or as close to a fairy as you'll ever get. You see its wings? See its wings? Fairy. Just in case you guys didn't know, there are fairies in The Sims. Oh, and he is unfrozen. However, he's also kind of blue. We're gonna sing to try and cheer him up. He's looking awful blue right now. Oh, wow. We're on hugging terms. Adorable. Still very cute, even looking like a smurf. Let's face it. Oh, the poor thing. The poor thing. In fact, why don't we go stand in the sunshine together? Ignore these fish magically getting pulled up hooks of something you can't see because he can't see the fairies. But why don't we go stand in the sunshine over here and you'll be able to heat up a little bit. Next to a beautiful waterfall. Actually recreating some iconic Tiana moments here. Not even gonna lie. When I've got her to whisper about her crush to him, and that seems to have heated him right up. So she's gonna explain to him that she's run away from home. I feel like he will be able to like really identify with this quite a lot as well because he's also a royal, he's also a prince. There are royal expectations for him. However, he also has the advantage of being a boy in the 1800s, which was a lot easier in some ways than being a girl, particularly when it came to controlling parents not letting you out the castle grounds. In fact, if anything, he probably will have to learn a load of stuff that if he's not interested in royalty, he's probably not that interested in learning about fighting and riding horses and the whole shebang. And oh my gosh, they just became good friends. That's so cute. I think he would also be moaning about the fact that, you know, he has to marry a princess who he's not seen since he was a baby. Maybe they're agreeing to rebel against their parents together. Yeah, like he seems like he's just ranting a little bit here. Listen to Philip complain. Neither of them want to like have to get married to the people they were meant to get married to at birth. Instead, I feel like they want to get married to each other. He's like, look, that's who I'm supposed to marry. This little baby that I met like 18 years ago. And she's just laughing her head off. She's like, look at this absolute duck face baby I'm supposed to marry. Lol, they don't actually say that because they're not meant to have phones. But of course, the person I think they're realizing they would rather marry is each other. Oh my gosh, what's he doing? What's he doing? What's he doing? Listening to a risque question. Oh, she's got the option to first kiss on her first wheel as well. You guys said in the stream the one thing you wanted from the next Disney Princess video was a first kiss between these two. And it is actually the same place as her parents, I think, had their first kiss as well. Feels a little bit more fitting when you've got fairies in the picture though. And this is something I actually didn't originally plan for this episode, especially because I've had way too many toddlers recently and I'm sick of babies. Oh my gosh, they're slow dancing again. But I was thinking in these days, what is one really good way to make sure that your marriage, the person you're meant to marry, will definitely no longer want to marry you? And I was kind of low-key thinking, also probably one of the biggest rebellions you can do against your parents. One way to make sure that you kind of have to get married and your parents can't really do much about it. Maybe different if you're a commoner, although she isn't, so you know, she's just pretending that she is. This feels so wrong because they're like literally met each other 2 minutes ago, but this is a challenge. They could try for a baby in a bush, and then that way their parents have to make them get married. Of course, they don't know they're betrothed to each other. They don't know all this stuff. They have no idea this is how it worked in Sleeping Beauty. This bit is not how it worked in Sleeping Beauty. However, for the sake of my challenge, of which I have to have twin girls, which will become Elsa and Anna. Oh my gosh, look at this beautiful aesthetic scene right here. So pretty. Yeah, but if Aurora shows up pregnant, one, ultimate rebellion, but two, nothing you can do about it. They will have to be together forever, even though they already would be, but they don't know this, okay? They just don't know this. They're just being cute, doing slow dances together. I realize that all I ever do is look at Prince Philip's face because it's so pretty. But look, we can look at Aurora as well, and look how happy they are. Also, honestly, for the time period this set in, I'm saying 1800s. You guys said it was probably a lot earlier, like 1600s or whatever. I would say probably her age would be around about right. Oh my gosh, are they off to go do it? It says they're not. Oh, she needs a wee. Oh, bless her. Hey, this is what happens. If you're too strict, then the rebellion is massive. And Aurora's rebellion is definitely pretty massive. In fact, just about as big as it gets, especially for this time period. But they're doing it so that they have to be together forever, and literal doves came out the bush. So it is definitely a little bit more wholesome than it looks. So there we go, guys. I don't know the outcome yet. She might not be pregnant. The fairies are probably all looking over like, oh my gosh, no, no, no. This is not what we meant. This is not what we meant. What are you doing? This is not what we meant. But yeah, a pretty huge rebellion from little Aurora, and definitely a way to make sure that her and Philip will stay together forever. I mean, it's a pretty beautiful way to do it. Look where we are. Look at the glowing pink just vibes of the whole place. And I mean, they look pretty happy. The fairies are absolutely ashamed and can't quite believe that this is how she has repaid their kindness in rebelling. But I mean, it's happened now, and the two of them still seem very happy together. So there we go. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think she is, or do you think that she isn't? If she is, Elsa and Anna are on the way, and we'll also have to move to Prince Philip's castle. And if not, then we're gonna have to figure out another way to make sure these guys can stay together forever. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big cheeky thumbs up. I'm sorry if there was some weird audio issues. My mic is on its way out. Like, all of my tech at the moment is just letting me down. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a big cheeky thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in another episode of Miss Sims 4 Disney Princess Challenge Sleeping Beauty. Bye bye.